is.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network.
I need your help to get to the year 1985.
You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Good evening, Fade to Black. How you doing? Knocking stuff over here in the studio. How you doing? It's Thursday night. It is Fader night. Today is July 28th, 2022. This is Fade to Black. Bespoke radio for the masses. Yeah. How you doing? I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer, and UnX Networks. I am your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? It's another Fader night. It's open lines all night long. Now, tonight at the bottom of the hour, Alan Johnson is going to be joining us from United Gold Group. And he's also going to be taking your calls tonight for the first segment. So, no phone calls, no Fader night phone calls until the top of the hour. The first segment at the bottom of the hour with Alan Johnson, taking your phone calls about gold. Yeah. And when we had Alan on a couple of weeks ago, the response that I got from all of you, it was great. It was great. And I got a bunch of emails and I thought, let's do a Fader night with Alan taking some phone calls and answering your questions about gold and investing in gold and other things and precious metals. He's much smarter than I am. He loves the show. He's a Fadernaut. And so it's going to be great for all of you to get to know Alan and reach out tonight during the show. So we'll be doing that at the bottom of the hour. All right. Coming up now, I am booked up for the rest of the year. That's it. I'm booked up. And this is like my last sort of free weekend coming up this weekend. And the good news is I've got a Fader Knot in from out of town. That's right. Ken Priest is here. So I'm going to do a little hangout with Ken Priest. And then after that, I'm done. Coming up on August 16th, Tuesday night, I will be at UPARS here in Los Angeles in Studio City. I want you to visit uparsla.org for tickets and info. Coming up in September 16th, I will be in Joshua Tree for a private sky watch. If you want to attend, it's private, it's small for a reason, but you can go to Forbidden Club, that's with the 4, forbiddenclub.com, and mint 10 NFTs and get your Forbidden Knowledge Black Card. And then you will get an invitation to come out and hang out with all of us in Joshua Tree. In October, I will be in Egypt with 80 friends and Billy Carson. This week, well, today is Thursday. next week I'm filming for a new movie, and I can't wait to. I love that stuff. And then also this month, I start taping the new TV series, and we're gonna make the announcements about all of that very, very soon. Whew, man. And then coming up, April 2023, I'll be speaking on a cruise that's going to depart here in Los Angeles and go down to Mexico and then turn around and come back. And so that's going down April. I think it's April 7th through the 14th. And I said that I would have that stuff ready. I didn't get it. I didn't get it ready for the show tonight. No. I was getting ready for Ken Priest and some other stuff. I had to go out today and collect some night vision goggles. We're going to be doing some night vision, some sky watching this weekend. So I got some extra pairs. That's plural. For what we're going to be doing this weekend. We're going to have a lot of fun. So anyway, I want you to get your free membership to the UnX Network. It's simple to do. Go to unxnetwork.com and get registered. That's all you got to do. Get your free membership. You'll get a free monthly newsletter. You get access to the blogs. You get event notices. You get a free digital copy of their quarterly magazine. The new one is out now. All you've got to do is go to the unxnetwork.com. And also, when you're over there, get registered for their contest for the conference that's going down in Cape Girardeau. And the grand prize is hotel accommodations and passes to the event. And there's going to be a live drawing on YouTube for the grand prize winner and the other winners that will be getting passes and other stuff for the Cape Girardeau conference. All right. All of that is over at the unxnetwork.com. And also EdenPURE right here. EdenPURE loves the Fadernaughts. EdenPURE, the Thunderstorm. And I have many of these, and so should you, because right now they have their 3-pack special. So you can get 3 Thunderstorms and save $200 and get free shipping because you're a Fadernaut. And the promo code for the Thunderstorms is Fader3. That's it, Fader and the number 3. And you'll be able to put one in your car. Again, it's USB. It plugs in the wall. And I don't know if you can tell. Alan Johnson's going to be with us at the bottom of the hour. And he made a comment to me today. He said, Jimmy, are you working out? You look pretty good. I am working out. And my home gym has got a thunderstorm in it. I'm not kidding. It kills viruses. It kills odors. Put one in your kitchen, put one in your car, and then put one in that other room in your house where you know you need fresh air. Do what I do, right? Do what I do. EdenPURE loves the Fadernauts. So go and get yours today. It's a 3-pack special for $200 that you're going to save, plus free shipping with the promo code Fader3. The links for everything are below, also over on our website. You can follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. That's simple. Follow me on Instagram at Jimmy Church Radio. All of our social media links are at jimmychurchradio.com. I've got Twitter live in front of me. I have the chat room live in front of me. Hashtag F2B is the sandbox over on Twitter, which is live right now. And like Lord Nelson has just tweeted out Twinkies. I don't know why Stephen Owens got gold bars. Oh, I get it. Oh, that's actually pretty funny. Okay. All right. And let me fix something right now. I can't believe I'm doing this live on the air, but error. Oh, it looks like we're actually good. I didn't think we were. We are. We're fine. All right, let's get to the breaking news. A man was suspected of purposefully setting forest fires in Oregon, and he was tracked down and confronted by 3 local residents who tied him to a tree. That's right. Until authorities could arrest him, the suspect, identified as 35-year-old Trenton Smith from Veneta, Oregon, was untied from the tree and taken to Three Rivers Hospital in Grants Pass to be treated for injuries he suffered from a fall he took sometime during the incident. Sounds to me like the local residents gave him a little attitude adjustment, if you know what I'm saying. Now, check this out. Captain Kirk is in the news. That's because Gary Tognetti, his daughter, and her friend were manning his fruit stand in Gilroy, California last week when an older man asked for some cold cherries for his drive down to Beverly Hills. After the man drove off, the girls noticed a wallet had been left behind. It was sitting in a bin of corn. It was only the next day that Tognetti's 15-year-old daughter showed him the wallet and said, "Check this out, Pops." And he said, "You've got to be kidding me." Because when he opened it, he saw that the driver's license belonged to William Shatner. The Gilroy Police Department got in touch with the Beverly Hills Police Department, and it was eventually connected to Shatner's agent. In the end, it took less than 2 hours. Shatner's wallet was FedExed that Thursday, and he had it by Friday. Apparently, the Gilroy police didn't have a transporter. I'm just saying. All right. Well, 2 skyscraper-sized asteroids are zooming towards Earth as I speak to you. It's going to all go down this weekend, with one making its closest approach tomorrow, and the second is going to whiz by on Saturday. The first asteroid, which is about as wide as a 40-story building, is called 2016 CZ31. It's going to fly by around 7 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night at an estimated 34,560 miles per hour. Then on Saturday, a second, even larger asteroid is going to cruise past us. That asteroid, named 2013 CU83, measures approximately 600 feet across and will pass by about 4 million miles from Earth. That colossal space rock is going to only be traveling at 13,000 miles per hour when it nears Earth at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time this Saturday night. I wonder if I can see that with my night vision goggles. Now, archaeologists from the University of Manchester are excavating King Arthur. Well, King Arthur Stone. That's right. The University of Manchester and English Heritage are excavating Arthur's Stone, a 5,000-year-old Neolithic era burial chamber in the Welsh borderlands of Western England. The tomb is so-called a chamber tomb formed by upright slabs and a large capstone that has been estimated to weigh more than 27 tons. The tomb has been linked to King Arthur since the medieval period. Now, according to legend, Arthur slew a giant who left an impression of his elbow in one of the stones as he fell. You should see the pictures. They're using drones, ground-penetrating radar. It's pretty cool. 5,000 years old. Well, another body has surfaced at Lake Mead, this time in a swimming area where water levels have dropped as the Colorado River Reservoir behind the Hoover Dam recedes because of drought and climate change. The National Park Service did not say in a statement how long officials think the corpse was submerged in the Boulder Beach area before it was found this past Monday, who the people then called park rangers. Clark County Coroner Melanie Roos said yesterday it was partially encased in mud at the waterline of the swimming area along the shore of the Hemingway Harbor Marina. The gender of the dead person was not immediately apparent, and it was too early to tell a time, cause, and a manner of death. There you go. Now check this out. Spanish archaeologists, 3 of them, Juan Luis Arzuaga, Ed Carbonell, and Jose Maria Bermudez de Castro, have named the oldest hominid ever found in Europe Pink, after the band Pink Floyd. Remains of the humankind's ancient ancestor, dating back 1.4 million years, were unearthed in northern Spain earlier this year. Pink. I love it. Let's get this show cracking. On this day in history, 1945, a B-25 Mitchell bomber crashes into the Empire State Building near the 79th floor. Upon impact, the plane's fuel exploded, filling the interior of the building with flames all the way down to the 75th floor. Only 11 people in the building were killed, and it didn't fall down. I'm just saying. All right. Here's your Fader fact. Now, I didn't know. I did not know this. Well, most of my Fader facts, I didn't know until I reveal them to you. But I do a serious vetting process. But this one, I had no idea. Mount Thor. That's right, Thor, Thor. Mount Thor in Canada has the world's longest vertical drop. Now, check this out. If you fell off of it, you would fall for almost a mile before you hit anything. And that's crazy. And that is your Fader fact. All right, tonight's open lines all night long. Alan Johnson of United Gold Group is going to be with us at the bottom of the hour in about 10 minutes. He's going to be taking your phone calls too as well. It's going to be great introducing Alan to all of you and answering all of your questions tonight. We're going to do that for the first segment, and he'll be with us in a few minutes. But right now, I'm going to hit my River Moon coffee. So cool having my own coffee. I love coffee so much. And to look at a bag of Fade to Black blend with my picture on the front. Every time I have guests over at the house, I'll pull out a bag, I'll put it on the countertop, and act like it's not there. I'm waiting for somebody to respond. Hey, man, is that your coffee? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, it is. Rivermoonwellness.com, Fade to Black blend. All right. The links are over at jimmychurchradio.com. Visit the Amazon store where you will get free shipping. If you go over to the website, use promo code F2B blend, you'll get 15% off of your order today, your entire order today. All right. This weekend, I just mentioned that I'm going to have a few Fadernauts get together. We're going to do a sky watch. Ken Priest is in town, and it's really cool. So I've got a bunch of night vision goggles, and I was sitting here now all week since Adrian Villara and I about a week and a half ago. We had a bunch of sightings out here in the Mojave Desert. And so I've been out there every night since then. And it's been really cool. And it's a lot of fun to do. And it got me thinking, what if there are similarities out here to Joshua Tree? One, you can see the Milky Way at night. There's no light pollution. There's nothing out here to distract, right? I do have Lockheed Skunk Works, and I've got crazy things that are flying around all of the time, but there's nothing to distract. You just have the sky up in front of you. But what if green chrome balls? Right now, I haven't told the green chrome balls story in quite a while. And so for those of you that are listening right now, they're going, green chrome balls. What's that about? Well, the green chrome ball story, and when it went down, and especially at that time, that was one of the big UFO sightings of the year. And this is what happened. Now, the similarities between here, the Mojave Desert, and Joshua Tree, well, first off, it's almost all the Mojave Desert. But there's a mountain range right behind my home. There's that. And it's the high desert, and it's a clear sky. What if the green chrome balls happen again during another sky watch with the Fadernaughts? What if that happened? What would they see? Well, the green chrome ball story goes down like this. It involves night vision. And I'm standing. I've got about I'm going to say 200 people are standing around me. We're in the dark, and I've got a microphone in, I'm talking to the crowd, and everybody's yelling and screaming and Jimmy and stuff. And while all of this is going down, there was a documentary film crew with multiple cameras that happened to be there, and they captured all of this on camera. But and so I'm looking through the night vision, and somebody taps me on my shoulder in the dark and says, "Jimmy, what's that over there?" And I look, and he's pointing towards, and I could just see the outline of the mountains, not very far away, half mile. And right here's the mountain peak. Right next to the mountain peak, so it's low to the ground, is this green ball. And it's going this way, level to the ground. And I guess it would be going north from my angle. And I put the night vision on it, and I looked through, and I could see that it was shiny. And now it was green without the night vision. Night vision, it's definitely green, right? Okay, but it's green without it. It's going across, and people are pointing these military-grade lasers at it. And as I'm looking at it, the lasers I can see are bouncing off the object, and when it would hit the object, it would sparkle. That's the only way I can explain it, but I can see it. And it took about 5 minutes, and this thing goes across the ground. It's going away from me. It's going this way. It's going away, and I'm following it. I've got a microphone. I'm describing, and people are yelling and screaming, and the lasers are going off. And this green chrome ball goes like this and starts taking off. That's when I started to really wonder what I was seeing and everybody else there. And just imagine 200 people screaming and things. It was nuts. Anyway, so it looked like the green Christmas ornaments, that green chrome Christmas ornament on a Christmas tree. And so it takes off. And it starts heading up, and I'm following it, and it's not going very fast. And so it goes from the desert floor up, almost goes like vertical, and now it's getting tiny. It's getting tiny, and it's continuing, and then stops. But now it's like a star, and it's not barely moving. And then it stopped, and it stopped next to another star. And for about a minute, and I'm looking at it, and then it goes, pew, gone into space. It was gone. Now, imagine that for a second. Exactly how I am describing the event to you. This thing goes across the desert floor right in front of us. It's right there. And if I'm going to guess, I'm going to say that this thing was probably 50 feet in diameter, maybe bigger, pretty good size. It was probably a half a mile away, maybe a mile away. You could see it. You could see its shape. and it's on Earth, and it's scooting across the ground and then just takes off and then flies straight up in front of everybody there, including the documentary film cameras. I have no idea. I don't. And I remember walking away from that incident. It was about just thinking, what did we just see? And it was about 6 months later, I saw the video footage that was released. And you can hear me talking on the PA system and describing it. And these cameras are following it. And it's exactly how I'm describing it to you right now. What was that? And most of it, the last part of it, you needed night vision. But most of it, everybody watched just standing there on the edge of the cliff. And again, it was probably 200 people that were there. That week on Coast to Coast, when I spoke to the producer at Coast, and she called me, she said, "What are you going to do this week on the show on Friday?" I said, "Well, I'm going to interview myself." She said, "Why?" And I told her. And so I go on Coast to Coast, and I'm speaking to 1 million people, whatever the audience is on a Friday night, 1.5 million. And I tell the story, and I took phone calls, and I expected somebody in the media to reach out to me. I honestly thought, here's, Jimmy Church, on Coast to Coast, telling this story and this event at an event with all of these eyewitnesses, that somebody would be interested in the story, that the media would cover the story. Nobody reached out. And to this day, for me, it was, I've had a lot of sightings, but that one, the green chrome balls, was the event. Oh, the beer can. But was the event. Nothing. So I'm going to do a sky watch this weekend, and then in 2 weeks, I'm going back, or in 4 weeks, I'm going back out to Joshua Tree. We're going to be sky watching in Joshua Tree, same place where we had the green chrome ball sighting, and then we're also going out to Giant Rock for another sky watch. Will we see more green chrome balls? This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. When I come back after the break, Alan Johnson from United Gold Group is joining us. We're going to have a conversation about gold and investing in IRAs, and we're also going to be taking your phone calls. So any questions for Alan for the first segment? 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. No Fader Night calls until the top of the hour. This next segment, the phone calls and questions are with Alan Johnson. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. This is Fade to Black on the UnX and Game Changer Networks. We'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us.
This is Nicole Church, daughter of you-know-who, and you're listening to Fade to Black on JimmyChurchRadio.com and the Game Changer Network.
You're listening to Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the X.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net.
When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black Blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can get our podcast for just $2 per month. All you have to do is click on the podcast banner over at jimmychurchradio.com. Hello, Fadernauts. Jimmy Church here. You've seen me with my Thunderstorm. Now you can purify the air in your home and get healthy, clean, fresh-smelling air and eliminate odors just like I do right here in the bunker. The EdenPURE Thunderstorm uses oxy technology that naturally sends out O3 molecules into the air, which seek out odors and air pollutants in your home and destroys them. It's called a thunderstorm because it purifies the air just like after a thunderstorm. And right now, you can save $200 on an EdenPURE Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. With this special offer, you're getting 3 units for under $200. Seriously. Go to EdenPureDeals.com and use Fader3. Shipping is free and it's easy. Just scroll down. You'll see my name right there, Jimmy Church. Click on it and get your deal today. That's EdenPureDeals.com.
Do you have an interest in the paranormal? Then you'll love the unxnetwork.com. The X is your streaming audio and video for everything supernatural, strange, and mysterious, like UFOs, Bigfoot, ghosts, and so much more. From hosts like Jimmy Church, Whitley Strieber, Micah Hanks, and Christina Gomez. Visit the unxnetwork.com show page for a complete list of all the paranormal programs you'll find on the X. Be sure to follow us on Twitter for updates at KUNXDB. Follow our Facebook group, UnX Network. Find the podcast on Spotify, iHeart, Audible, and Apple Podcast. It's time.
It's new.
It's the X.
Right now, the world couldn't be more chaotic. History shows us what gold does when the world goes crazy. It goes up in value. Right now, we're in unprecedented times. The pandemic, the war in Ukraine, the devaluation of the U.S. dollar. Gold and other precious metals are a defense measure against the hyperinflation that's happening right now. So, what can you do to protect yourself? Call my friend Alan Johnson at United Gold Group. He's dedicated to helping people secure their retirement income. He'll help you with gold, with silver, and other precious metals, and show you how to set up your own self-directed IRA. Safe and secure, United Gold Group makes gold ownership easy and affordable. There couldn't be a better time, so call now and get a silver American Eagle proof set with a qualified IRA. Call 800-753-8534. That's 800-753-8534 or visit UnitedGoldGroup.com. Reach out to my friend, Alan Johnson.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Kyle Manson. You're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight is Fader Night, and to kick things off tonight, I'm going to bring in Alan Johnson from the United Gold Group. We're going to have a conversation. We're also going to be taking your phone calls, and I'm just going to bring Alan straight in. There he is. And here's the deal. Alan's got his own studio. How you doing, man?
I'm good, Jimmy. Hey, thank you for bringing me back on. There's a lot to be said.
Yeah, and man, you've got a radio voice. You should. Oh, you already have built a studio. You should you start your own radio show, man. And did you always have pipes like that growing up?
Grown up with them. Yeah.
Yeah, same thing with me. Yeah, I could get whatever. I could get whatever I wanted when I was a kid, man.
Me too. I still do.
Yeah, right. Now, it's great to have you back with us and to reintroduce you to the Fadernauts. My collective audience calls themselves the Fadernauts, and you're a Fadernaut. And last time you were on with us, we didn't get video up and running, but we've got everything hunky dory tonight. This is great. You sound great. You look great. And I want to jump right into it. Why and how to not only invest into gold, but maybe starting an IRA and thinking about that and thinking about the future. And I want to also let everybody know that if you call and consult and qualify with Alan at his offices, you'll get a Silver Eagle proof coin, which is for coin collectors out there like myself. That's actually pretty cool. How does somebody qualify with you?
Really, really nice coin.
Yeah, let me see it. Yeah, hold it up to the camera.
Really? Can you see it?
Oh, man.
Beautiful, beautiful coin. It's a collector's coin, but it's actually real money. It's real silver, 0.999 silver. So it's investment grade silver, right? But it comes in a really nice box. It's got the American Eagle on the front of it, a nice red velvet or blue velvet box, and it's nice. So what we're doing is anyone that calls in, qualifies, want to get some information on an IRA or how they can actually purchase gold and silver, give us a call. You've got the 800 number. It's 800-753-8534. Just give us a call. There's a lot of brokers. If you want to speak to me, no problem. I'm a busy guy. I do a lot of trades all day long. So, but I'm always going to be available for anybody that wants to talk directly to me.
Man, me trying to get through to you today. Whew, man, you are busy. What's that 800 number again?
800-753-8534.
8534. I think that's the number I need to call when I need to talk to you.
That's it.
His cell phone is no. just call the 800 number for Alan.
Jimmy, I know there's a lot of people out there that want to know what's going on because a lot of things aren't told to us right. And I don't want to talk politics or anything like that because that's not the kind of guy I am. But let me share something with you right now. We just woke up to a GDP that's way down, right? And the problem is there's well over $350 trillion right now in debt worldwide. Now think about that. $350 trillion. When we look at this, it's roughly 100 trillion, but the problem is it's well over 350 trillion. So I'm trying to say. So anything above 100% debt to GDP was considered what they called a banana republic. Do you remember that, Jimmy?
I do.
Right? So look where we are today. Globally, it's 350% debt to GDP. So what that tells us is that we are in a banana republic. So, it's not surprising that big money now is literally getting out of fiat currency, which is the green money, right? Which is like the US dollar. And less than a month ago, there was a big purchase. It wasn't through my brokerage, but it was a big purchase, and it was $50 million. And what we found was 26% of that was all that was available, Jimmy, in U.S. silver. So supply on demand is becoming very supply. It's like it's not there. And it's 6 to 8 weeks out now just to get U.S. gold or silver. And when we go to like sovereigns or we go to bars, anything like that, that wasn't touched. But I'm telling you, there's not much out there right now. So now's the time to really start getting your house in order because, look, we're going to wake up one day, China, which just now made a deal with Russia to come out with their own currency, is going to literally destroy our dollar. We're going to wake up, and guess what? We're all going to be with nothing, because the bottom line is the dollar is the biggest weapon that the United States has. It's not a missile. It's not a rocket. It's not a laser. It's not any of those items. It's the dollar. The dollar is what has been rallying so high, and that's what's been keeping, if you guys are watching, keeping the gold prices and the silver prices spinning their wheels. But let me tell you something, folks. Once that dollar breaks down, precious metals and gold, silver, all of it, it's just going to escalate. And today was proof in the pudding. Look at what the treasuries did. The dollar is down some today. And guess what? Gold prices are up to 64 right now, 1770 right now. And it's going to continue to climb. And there's one thing I want to say to Jimmy, and then if you want to open up the line, perfect. But if digital air can be worth thousands of dollars, I'm talking about the digital currency like Bitcoin and Ethereum and all those. If they can be worth thousands of dollars, then think about this. What can something actually real become worth? Right? And listen, for those of you that are 59 or even less than 50, but have IRAs already and you want to protect it, you can actually go into what we call a self-direct IRA. Some people call it a gold IRA, silver, but the bottom line, it's a traditional IRA that is allow you to own alternative assets in your IRA. And guess what? Keep it tax deferred. So you're able to purchase gold and silver with an IRA and keep it tax deferred, which is great. And there's a lot of other benefits to it, and we can talk about that when you call.
Now, how when somebody gives you a call to qualify, because this is what everybody's wondering, what does that mean? How what do you look for? How does somebody qualify for an IRA?
Well, look, Jimmy, I love to talk. I love to talk to people that just call in, and believe me, I got them calling me all the time. Just want to find out what's going on. And we're going to actually be doing, and I'll tell you this later, we're going to be launching a YouTube channel with UGG TV so people can tune in and hear like 15 to 20 minutes every day. It's going to be every morning, early in the morning, and it'll give you the news of that day, what's coming on, right? But to answer your question on that, to qualify with an IRA, look, a lot of us have IRAs out there. The problem is that, are you willing to let and lose 60 to 80%? And that's where the markets, according to the algorithms and everything, are pointing. They're all pointing to downward. And the only reason that they've even survived thus far is because the New York Feds have been pumping over $2 trillion a day into the markets, and it's still happening. I looked at it for tomorrow. Tomorrow's $2.2 trillion being pumped into the market. Guess where it goes? Stock index futures. Drives up the futures during the night, right? And it's all a sham. It's a big old Ponzi scheme is what it is. And once this Ponzi scheme is over and the bubble bursts, man, precious metals, that's what's going to be your lifeboat. So to qualify, Jimmy, to qualify, you either have to have an IRA. If you have a 401k and you're 59 and a half, you're able to roll it over into another IRA and back it with physical gold and silver. And listen, I'm not one to tell you to do everything. I'm a guy that says diversify, 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 right? I'd rather not have all my eggs in one basket. I want to be able to have something here, here, here. So if this one falls apart, I've got something next to go on to the next thing. So
you can have 2 IRAs,
or you can have 10 if you wanted to. I've had to find so many different IRAs. I had a guy come into the office. He thought he only had $12,000. When we looked into it, he had over $1.5 million, Jimmy.
Oh, really?
He didn't even know he had it.
Now, what about self-employed?
That's a SEP. So a lot of SEP, what we call a SEP IRA, which is a self-employed IRA. You can actually transfer a SEP, a self-employed IRA. You can transfer that into another IRA as well. And let me tell you something that we do for our clients. We're able to cover their fees because, look, there's a fee with the custodian. And our custodian is IRA approved through the IRS to be able to allow you to have alternative assets. So you can not only have gold and silver, you can have real estate, you can have You can do partnerships. You can loan money with your retirement funds. There's a lot of things that people can do with an IRA that is self-directed that your financial advisor is not going to tell you about because they don't want you to know it. Because once you take your business away from them, they ain't got no more control over you. So I always tell people, do you want control or do you want no control? Well, I'm a guy that wants control. I don't want anybody having control of my money.
If most, I would say most have a 401k or an IRA of some kind. Is it ever too late to start a 401k or get a second IRA?
Well, remember, you got to get a 401k through your employer, right? Because it's contributing funds, right? So once you get 59 and a half years old, then what you can do is you can then do a partial transfer. You can do a full transfer, whatever you feel like you want to protect. Because remember, gold and silver, platinum, palladium, all these things, this isn't a get rich quick scheme. It's a way for you to protect what you got. Because let's face it, if you've got $100,000 in your account or even $12,000 in your account and the market loses 60% of its face, what are you going to do? You got to have 60% to put back in there, and then you got to have 60% to play again. And there's no guarantee, right? The one thing I like about precious metals is I have a guarantee. Look, I got a kilo bar of silver right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's taking this from me. It may go up, it may go down, but guess what? I still have this kilo bar of silver. So no matter what, I know I'm protected because it's real. It's tangible. Just like I can get in my car, I can get out of my car. I can turn the key into my house and go in the door. It's tangible. It's real.
I remember I'm going to go 95, 96. There was like an internet bubble. There was a crazy thing that happened, 97. But leading up to that, Alan, it was like I was dancing every paycheck. I was watching my 401k. Like it was like doubling every month. It was like crazy. And then one day I opened up my mail. I heard about the markets the month before. Opened up and I had lost like 75%.
Like that.
Just like that. I mean, I was flush and then I had nothing overnight. And it was because, it's the stock market. It's not protected anything. And I went into a panic attack, and so did all of my other friends and employees that opened up those same envelopes on that morning.
Jimmy, I had a guy, and he's listening to us right now, by the way. He's a client of mine. I told him, tune in and listen. He's only 40. He was 45 years old, and he has a TSP. Well, he no longer is with him. He worked for the DOD, Department of Defense, okay? And he massed around 500 and some thousand. That's what we looked at it in the beginning. He said, let me hold off for a couple of weeks. Okay, no problem. No pressure. 2 weeks later, it went from 500 and something to 308,000. So it's not real until you take control of it, right? All that is just play numbers in there. And even the government in these thrift saving plans, those of you that have them out there, they tell you when you get ready to retire, get it out of there. So if the government's telling you to get it out of there, you better die now, better get it out of there. And listen, like I was going to tell you, there is like a fee to have an IRA that self-directs, but whether you have 10,000 in there or it does 100,000 or $1 million or whatever that's in there, the fee is $125 a year. And what we're able to do is waive that fee for the first 3 years for our clients. So they don't even have a fee. So it's a no-brainer, really. And the bottom line is you can move it just like you can. I wouldn't suggest it, but like a bank account, which looks like we could have some trouble with banks here shortly down the road. But that being said, you can actually move IRA funds back and forth, back and forth, back and forth all the time. You just have to liquidate, whether it's a stock or whether it's a tangible asset like a silver bar, for instance. Mm-hmm. You can actually liquidate, and that's what we do. So once you get in the IRA, it works just like any other individual retirement account. It stays tax deferred until you take a distribution, right? So once you take that distribution, then at the end of the year, you're taxed at whatever the spot value is at the time that the metal was liquidated?
I want to open up the phone lines, 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. Alan Johnson is with us from the United Gold Group. And if you have any questions about an IRA or how to get started and invest into precious metals and get your IRA started with Alan, we'll take your phone calls. I've got one call on hold. Let's go here. And hi, you're live on Fade to Black. You're talking to Alan Johnson. Who's calling? You're live.
Hello?
Yes.
Jimmy,
Yes.
stop talking to Damon T. Barry.
What? Oh, man. Stop talking to Damon T. Barry. That's, I'm wondering if that was, do you know who Damon T. Barry is, Alan Johnson?
I do not. Who is that? I'm dying to know.
Damon T. Barry did one of the most popular documentary series on like ever, the Forever Time parts 1 through 6, maybe 7. Incredible documentary series. And then I had him on the show many times about 8 years ago, and then he dropped out of sight, and nobody has heard from him since. And I haven't heard Damon's name in years, and that was kind of weird. That was a bizarre phone call, and it came okay anyway. 818-921-6929, 323-275-9695. And wasn't that interesting that Damon T. Barry's name was just brought up on Fade to Black after all of these years? Kind of sounded like Damon's voice.
That's what I was just going to ask you. Is that him? Maybe he's following you.
Yeah, that was.
I think a lot of people follow you.
That was a good one. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. You're talking to Alan Johnson. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Jessica Rodriguez.
Hi, Jessica. Say
I
hi.
had a question.
Sure.
For him. When you invest in this, do you actually get the gold in in your possession, or is it in like a bank somewhere?
So, Jessica, if you purchase the gold outright, yeah, you better believe it. You can put it in your, it's yours, right? It's yours. In an IRA, though, let me explain something to you. In an IRA, the rules and regulations of the IRS is that can you hear me?
Oh, hold on, Alan. Hold on. Okay, go ahead, Alan.
Jessica, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, the answer is yes. When you purchase the metals outright, right, you actually receive those metals in hand, and then you put those away in a safe place. Now, if it's an IRA, the rules and regulations of the IRS is that the IRA custodian hold the assets on behalf of the IRA owner. Doesn't mean you don't own them. You own them, and you can take them anytime you want. But because it's an IRA and the IRS wants to keep on tabs on your taxes, right? They want to make so you
want them in my possession.
You sure can have them in your possession. There is a way to have them in your possession.
Now,
I was just wondering if that's the best option, if you can do that, and how can you do that?
Well, let me ask you, Jessica, is that with an IRA, or is that you just purchasing the precious metals yourself outright?
Just purchasing the metals outright.
And you're a smart lady. Yep, that's absolutely right. You actually receive the metals in hand. And here's the great thing. So when we send out, say,
go to a bank, or
Jessica,
I go through you per se?
Jessica, let Alan answer. Okay.
Yeah, let me tell you. Let me tell you, Jessica. So when we send out, it comes in tubes. They come in like tubes of 20, and they come straight from whichever mint has minted that particular coin. So when I send you those metals, when the company sends you those metals, they're sent out to you freight paid. So you don't have to pay the freight, because my gosh, that can be quite expensive. So we have a group deal with FedEx, UPS. You just have to have your license to show, because we insure the metals directly to your door. And then once you have those metals, Jessica, guess what? No reportability, no nothing. You own them. Just put them away in a safe place and don't tell anybody you got them unless you trust them. And then you got to be very careful even at that.
There you go.
How much do they go for?
Well, it depends. You can actually buy silver. And, that's a really good question because let me tell you something. I always tell people anybody can afford silver. All right. And where we see silver going.
I got 10 bracelets on my wrist of silver. And I got a couple gold ones. I got silver necklaces, gold necklaces,
That's awesome.
I mean, that's jewelry. That's different. But
yeah.
And I've got, rings and everything. But
so
sorry,
this,
I'm losing my voice today.
Yeah.
You got a beautiful voice, Jessica. Listen, let me tell you, this coin, for instance, right here. Okay. This coin right here, this is 2 ounces of pure silver. And this has got 4 nines to it. So it's investment grade. So it's not 75%. It's not 80%. This is basically 100% silver. So when you go to purchase this kind of coin, right, you're going to purchase these coins at a very good price. Number one, we're not a retail outfit. All right. So we're not like these guys that you see on TV. I won't mention their names because I don't put them down because they buy from us. But we don't sell to you at retail. We sell at wholesale. So you're actually purchasing way lesser than you can from those guys on TV. We don't go on TV and put millions of dollars in advertising and have all these people, because the bottom line is, if you hear people, now these are free. We really do give these away. But because we buy so many and then we say, okay, here's what we're going to do. But these guys that are telling you that they're going to give you 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 and free medals, nothing is free. All right. So give me a call tomorrow. I'll work out a really nice deal for you. And then if you like it, great. If not, no problem. You got to meet a nice guy and I got to meet a nice gal.
There you go, Jessica. Jessica, thank you so much and behave and be well.
Okay, I'll definitely be giving him. Me and my husband will be giving him a call.
Yeah, the number is 1-800.
The numbers.
Yeah, it's 800.
The number's going to be in the chat.
You know what? I'll put it up in the chat during the break.
Okay, cool.
Good night, Jessica.
Thank you, Jessica.
All right, good night.
And that's a great phone call right there, Alan. Thank you so much. Again, the number is 800-753-8534. I will put it up in the chat. We'll get it up. Of course, Alan's banners and stuff are over at jimmychurchradio.com. And you can go over there and click, and the numbers to get straight to Alan are there. Alan, thank you so much. Now, I've already told you when I stop by the office, you need to not frisk me when I leave. Okay, do not search. Do I go through metal detectors? I love coins.
I tell you what, Jimmy, I'll make a deal with you. You bring me some of that Fader to Black coffee. Do you have it? Is it in beans or is it
only beans?
I love you, man. So I have one of these like machines here for all the brokers, right? So we go through a lot of coffee, and we got 2 hoppers up there. We got the organic, and we got. So you bring me that, and I got you taken care of.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about, Alan. And so everybody, now that's a deal. We've made that live on the air.
Yeah, that's a deal. We got you.
So everybody that calls in and speaks with you gets consulted and qualified. They get the Silver Eagle proof coin, which is beautiful, by the way. I mean, it's just such a good-looking coin. And all they have to do is call 800-753-8534.
And Jimmy, I just want to say one last thing, and then I got to go myself. It's getting late over here. I've been up since 4 o'clock. But here's the thing. Anybody that just wants to reach out, look, and learn how to go about investing in precious metals, I got your back. And I'm going to make sure, because you are a fader, I'm going to take care of you.
Thank you so much, Alan. Behave and be well, my friend. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Good night.
Alan Johnson, United Gold Group. Thank you so much, Alan. And again, the number is simple. It's 800-753-8534. Alan's a fade or not. He wants to hear from you. 800-753-8534. I am going to take a break, and I'm going to come back. It is Thursday night. It is Fader Night on the Game Changer and UNX Networks. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network.
Your 1 million gigawatt paranormal powerhouse, KUNX-DB, VX.
Hello, Fadernauts. Jimmy Church here. You've seen me with my Thunderstorm. Now you can purify the air in your home and get healthy, clean, fresh-smelling air and eliminate odors just like I do right here in the bunker. The EdenPURE Thunderstorm uses oxy technology that naturally sends out O3 molecules into the air, which seek out odors and air pollutants in your home and destroys them. It's called a thunderstorm because it purifies the air just like after a thunderstorm. And right now, you can save $200 on an EdenPURE Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. With this special offer, you're getting 3 units for under $200. Seriously. Go to EdenPureDeals.com and use Fader3. Shipping is free and it's easy. Just scroll down. You'll see my name right there, Jimmy Church. Click on it and get your deal today. That's EdenPureDeals.com.
This is Billy Carson, founder and CEO of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv is the fastest growing and one of the most watched networks in the world. And I would like to personally invite you to check out our expanding library of TV, film, lectures, and special presentations. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv has over 6,000 videos covering lost history, health, UFOs, spirituality, and our future. We are committed to our community, and with my personal invitation, you can right now get your own free 30-day membership at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Your own library of information starts today at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv.
Because you never got that pony you always wanted. Damn it. Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the Game Changer Network.
Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer. Einstein, the ancient crystal skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com.
Hello, I'm Katie, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here, repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
This is Toby Kebbell. You're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little.
Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier, and this is Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers. We're of the Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier, and I'm Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers, and you're listening to Jimmy Church. The Revolution.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can become an official Fadernaut by just going to our membership section at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Hello, this is Serena Wright-Taylor from Conscious Life Expo, and you're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church, who holds the Lucky Pony record for the best astrological chart since 1963. True story.
This is Micah Hanks of the Gralien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black, Fader Night, Alan Johnson. Man, I like that guy. That's a cool dude right there. Give him a call. I'll put the numbers up in the chat room. We have it up in social media too as well. Alan Johnson. I'm serious. I'm going to leave his office.
loaded. That's when you need some Fade to Black blend. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. Let's see if Damon T. Barry calls in again. That was weird. Damon, if that was you, that was a bizarre, strange call. It's Fader Night. It's open lines. It's your calls, your conversations. My favorite night of the week. Fader Night is truly the greatest night in all of talk radio and all of the world. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. All right, let's go to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Jimmy.
Yes.
My name is Andy. I'm calling from New Jersey.
How you doing, Andy? What's on your mind, man?
I'm doing great. I have to go over 3 things with you real quick. Number 1, Scott Walter, the legend.
Yes.
I have the second book of Earl Henry Sinclair that has not been released to the public. And oh my God, you have no idea where the treasures are located. But what he's about to release will break your mind.
You're talking about what Scott's about to release?
Yes. I have it. It was released in error on Amazon. I have the second copy.
Right on. Man, the Sinclair family, right? I mean, the whole story from beginning to end. I know that Scott is sitting on some pretty crazy information right now. And I'm not the keeper of the secrets. You know, Scott is. He just leaks little things to me privately. And I'm right. Just my mind is blown. And okay, so that's number 1. You said you had 3. What's number 2?
Second of all, I love your show. I've been listening to you for over 5 years, and I'm a loyal Fadernaut. Have you ever had dreams of UFOs that have been so scary that wake you up in the middle of the night? Because I've had several over the past 5 months.
Okay, I'm going to answer you directly. I used to, right? Like I used to. For some reason, they have slowed down, if not completely stopped. After a show, right? Depends on who my guest is and things. But look, I dream like everybody else, and I have had, if I have on somebody like, I don't know, Isaac Arthur, and we're talking about E.T. and galaxies and civilizations. And stuff. I dream that stuff. I absolutely do. But have I had like the crazy, scary E.T. dream? I haven't had that. I haven't had that for a number of years, and I'm not sure why. I'm not. I don't know. People have them all the time. They tell me about them all the time. Me, not so much.
I appreciate your honesty. And my last question is, you should really have, if you haven't had already, David Paulides on your show about missing 411 and the missing people in the national park system. It will blow your mind.
Oh,
if you have had him on before,
I've had him on many times.
For that question.
Yeah, many times. I've had David on the show many times. He's actually once he called in on a Fader night. Hey, Jimmy, David Paulides. I was like, hey, man, what's going on? And
wow.
Yeah, we ended up talking for like a half an hour. But yeah, his research is second to none. I'm absolutely on board with that. I can reach out to Dave and get him back on the show. That's a good idea. Sure.
Absolutely. Jimmy, go back, Tapley, Fade to Black. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. And great way to start out the show, my man. That was Andy from New Jersey. Thank you so much. And I don't know why. I talked about this not too long ago. It was, fairly recently. Certain dreams that I used to have a lot have just stopped. I stopped having dreams about my mom. And I used to dream about her all the time. And since her passing, I don't know why. I used to dream a lot about contact and ET, all different sorts of dreams. I don't have those anymore. I don't. When I had Kelly Walden on the show, Kelly Sullivan Walden on the show a couple of weeks ago, we talked about dreams. I was very honest with all of you. I said, I have these dreams constantly and it's like a shopping mall. I'm not shopping, but it looks like a Las Vegas, like a casino, big sprawling building with hallways and things and escalators and maybe even a subway or monorails, and I'm trying to get somewhere and just around back doors, secret doors, this, that, endless. And now who do I encounter in these dreams? It's guests on the show, bump into them, Fadernauts and friends, bump into them. What is it that I'm doing? And I could, like a hotel, and is it, and I've tried to connect the dots on this. So stay with me before if you're on hold, stay right there. I'll get to you in a second. Is it connected to I go do a conference somewhere, big hotel, and every conference, because I'm usually the host or the MC, that I'm going from here to here to here to here, and it's just crazy town all over the place. So is it related to that? Is that what's going on? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. And those I have a lot. And this is the other part. And I talked to Kelly about this. They don't resolve. So I'm trying to get somewhere. I don't necessarily know where I'm trying to get to. Each dream is different. But no matter what it is that I'm trying to accomplish, doesn't get done. It does not get done. And I talked to Kelly about this, about gold being in my dreams, gold walls, gold floors, like gold leaf. I don't know how to explain it. Like the beginning of the original movie Dune, right? Gold, kind of like that. And I'm going to say about once a month, I have this dream about going on a boat, a cruise, and we go across the ocean and we arrive at the shores of this country. And for some reason, it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like Turkey or Afghanistan or like some forbidden, not quite North Korea, but anyway, it's lots of stone. And anyway, we pull up and there's these stone stairs that go up the side of this mountain, and they're wide. It's big. There's a lot of people there. And I'm avoiding security. That's the other thing. And military. I don't want to show my passport. That's part of the dream. It's weird. But we're going up to this, and I don't know what it is, but this forbidden place, and it feels ET, alien. There's a vibe there. But here's the deal. Never get to the top. All kinds of strange things along the way, but I never get to the secret spot. Don't do it. It's weird. And I have that dream about once a month. Yeah. It's crazy. All right, let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Good evening, Jim. It's Mike in Montana.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Pretty good. I wanted to talking tonight about something either you or your guest said a few nights back or last week about the alien suits fused to their body. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
It's like it's part of their skin or something.
Right.
Well, that reminded me of a story that I heard 2017, I believe it was. My wife and another woman are members of this women's organization, and I would have to take her to the meeting, and her friend's husband, she was an elderly woman, about 20 years older than us, maybe 30. Anyway, my wife and her would go to the meeting, and her husband and I would go to the restaurant and, sit and have coffee and stuff like that. And we would talk. And I found out this man was in the military. He went in the military in 1951. Now, officially, he left the military in 1971 or 2. But he tells me that in reality, he was still with the military until 1990. And I was like, okay, I didn't really think about it too much. I just kind of went with what he was telling me. And he knew, because we had been talking for once a month for probably a year during when the ladies would get together for the meeting. And he would tell me things, that he did in the past or, stuff that he was involved in. I told him about some of the UFO stuff that I had seen because I brought a picture on my phone that I had taken of an object here in our town. And he looked at it and he said, these little, called him a name. He said, these little guys, you can't trust them. And I was like, what do you mean? And he says, they have more capabilities than we can even imagine. And then he started telling me about this scientist that he used to know, whose son was paralyzed as a youngster in a car wreck. The scientist wanted the aliens to help him the aliens wanted the scientists to help them. So he said he would help them if they could help him. And the thing was, he wanted his son to be able to walk again.
Mm.
And, any parent would want that. So he basically told the aliens what he wanted, and they said they would help him. But there was a catch to it, that once they helped him, he could no longer stay here on Earth, because the way they were going to help him couldn't be explained by modern science, and there were things about it that, in reality, what they really did was he brought his son to the base where he was working. The aliens took him onto one of their crafts. About 30 minutes later, there were 4 aliens, one in front, one on each side, and one behind the son, who was, I think, 17 or 18 at that time, came down the ramp from the spacecraft, and the son was walking, and he was wearing one of their suits. Well, the father, glad that his son was walking and was going to, be able to lead a decent life, started looking at what they had done. They had shaved his head and pretty much all the hair off his body. Or I don't know if they shaved it, but they removed all the hair from his body. And then they put one of these suits on him. The suit fused with his body, and he was able to walk again, which I thought was pretty neat. But, I didn't know that was they were capable of doing that. And from what he tells me about these suits, they can do a lot more than just, help people walk that can't walk. And they can do other things like, actually make the aliens disappear, be able to walk through solid material, things of that nature. And so I asked this guy, how do you know all this? And he said, because I was there. He was the head of the security detail at this base, and he had access to all levels of the base, which I took to mean sub-levels, that where things are that you can't see.
What happened to the dad scientist? Did he get taken away?
No, the scientist actually passed away years ago, but his son had to go with the aliens because of that suit he was wearing. They couldn't remove the suit from his body without killing him.
So he's gone. Son's gone. Where was the base located? Do you know?
I do know, but I don't think I should say because there's other people that know me, and the woman is still alive. His wife is still alive, and their kids and all. And I told him I wouldn't say anything, while he was alive anyway. And he passed away in 2018. But it took me 4 years to find out if it was true or not, because like you, I have family in the military and family in the government, and it took a lot of research and looking and, to find out, first off, was this guy there? Was he really a security chief? Was that scientist real? It took a while. It took 4 years to figure all these things were true.
Yeah,
and so I had no.
But thousands of people know about this base. It's not like you're the only person that knows about it. I mean, what state? Give me the state that it's in.
New York.
It's in New York.
New York.
I didn't
it's
expect
an Air Force base in New York.
I didn't expect that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, interesting, and interesting about the suits too, as well.
The base is not active now. It closed down in 1981, I believe.
Okay.
But he was there from 1971 through 1990, or he was involved in this stuff for 19 years. Now, I think he was there till the base closed, and then, of course, he came back to Montana, where he lived, where him and his wife, moved to.
Right.
But the thing about it is that I found out the scientist was real. I found out the scientist's son was a living person, but nobody can find the son. It's like he's never had. He had a Social Security number, but he's never had a job. He's never paid taxes for any of these things. So I looked for, I had people look for death certificates or anything saying the son had died. Nobody can find anything related to that. But I did find out he had other siblings. And one of my family members reached out to that sibling to find out, exactly what happened to this guy. And they said they had not seen him since 1973. And don't know exactly what happened to him. But they did confirm that he was alive at one time, and they have not seen him since 73, which is the time frame of when all this occurred. And that gentleman, he was involved in other things that I can't even really talk about, because my family members have told me, you don't want to mention these things.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get a visit,
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like you want to tell everybody, but you can't, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I don't have any non-disclosure agreements, but I can't really prove a lot without the government's help. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I just thought that was very strange that this fella, knew aliens, for one, told me that, these suits can do a lot more than what we think they can do.
Very interesting, Mike. Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, I would love to know what the base was in New York. If it closed down in 81, the Fadernauts will figure that out. Well, there's probably more than one base there. And they had all those base closings happen at the same time. So maybe multiple bases closed down in 81. But very interesting. I wasn't expecting New York, though. That kind of took me by surprise. I was thinking something out here on the West Coast or New Mexico, Arizona, California, Utah. All of that makes a lot of sense to me. But New York, very interesting. Hey, well, listen, man, enjoy your weekend. Mike, great phone call, my man. Thank you so much.
Fade to black, Jimmy.
Fade to black. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good phone call right there. Very interesting. I've got to take a break right here. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. That is very, very interesting. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fader night. It's open lines all night long. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. I'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network.
Your 1 million gigawatt paranormal powerhouse, KUNX-DB EX.
Hello, Fadernauts. Jimmy Church here. You've seen me with my Thunderstorm. Now you can purify the air in your home and get healthy, clean, fresh-smelling air and eliminate odors just like I do right here in the bunker. The EdenPURE Thunderstorm uses oxy technology that naturally sends out O3 molecules into the air, which seek out odors and air pollutants in your home and destroys them. It's called a thunderstorm because it purifies the air just like after a thunderstorm. And right now, you can save $200 on an EdenPURE Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. With this special offer, you're getting 3 units for under $200. Seriously. Go to EdenPureDeals.com and use Fader3. Shipping is free and it's easy. Just scroll down. You'll see my name right there, Jimmy Church. Click on it and get your deal today. That's EdenPureDeals.com.
This is Billy Carson, founder and CEO of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv is the fastest growing and one of the most watched networks in the world. And I would like to personally invite you to check out our expanding library of TV, film, lectures, and special presentations. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv has over 6,000 videos covering lost history, health, UFOs, spirituality, and our future. We are committed to our community, and with my personal invitation, you can right now get your own free 30-day membership at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Your own library of information starts today at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv.
Because you never got that pony you always wanted. Damn it. Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the Game Changer Network.
Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer. Einstein, the ancient crystal skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com.
Hello, I'm Katie, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here, repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
This is Toby Kebbell. You're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier.
And this is Ari Gold.
We're the Honey Brothers. We're the Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier.
And I'm Ari Gold.
We're the Honey Brothers.
And you're listening to Jimmy Church.
The Revolution.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can become an official Fadernaut by just going to our membership section at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Hello, this is Serena Wright Taylor from Conscious Life Expo, and you're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church, who holds the Lucky Pony record for the best astrological chart since 1963. True story.
This is Micah Hanks of the Graylien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, it is Fader Night. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. My favorite night of the week. Just hanging out with you, Fader Knots. You never know what's going to happen. Let's see here. Hold on. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy, it's Madeline from New Jersey.
Hey, Madeline, how are you? What's going on?
I'm really good. I'm pretty surprised you picked up already.
Well, actually...
I just called, and I was expecting to wait till after midnight because I want to wish Brian a happy birthday, 7/29.
Is it his
birthday? But it's still 7/28.
Oh, man.
But that's okay.
Okay, I can put you back on hold.
That's all right.
You can go on hold for a couple hours, and then we'll get back. It'll be Brian's birthday. And
all right, you want to do that? So how do I know that you're going to pick up?
Yeah. So what's going on?
This was just luck.
Happy birthday to Brian. Happy birthday. That's very cool.
Thank you. He's at work tonight, so hopefully he's listening.
Yeah, he probably is. He's not working.
He's off tomorrow.
All right.
Anyway, I do want to briefly just talk about dreams.
Sure.
Maybe, I don't know how often that you talk to Kelly Sullivan Walden, but I've had 3 dreams with you, okay?
What?
And 2 of those dreams.
Does Brian know about this?
Oh, yeah, I told him.
Okay, good.
I think I forgot to tell him about the third one, the one I had recently. I think it was like after you had the show with Kelly.
Okay.
I forgot to write it down and stuff. But the thing is that in 2 of those dreams, my mom, who passed away in 2011, she was alive and she was in those dreams. And I just think it's really strange that, I don't know, I don't have an explanation. So I thought maybe you can pass that by her. Like, why would I
reach out to Kelly? You've got a direct line.
You can. Oh,
you've got a direct line to Kelly. You can just reach out to her. She's a Fadernaut. Right. You're a Fadernaut. You guys got that going on. She's one of the coolest people on planet Earth. And, I say that about a lot of people. Well, I try to surround myself with cool people, number one. But number two, there's something about her. You got to see her on the show a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, that person is who you meet. Okay, so, man, I turned on the lights here in the studio. And just to see, and I swear to you, here's the remote control. I
see it. I see the light going on and off.
Yeah, it's like it's dimming. It's still on, but and here's the remote. This is it. It's
somebody's reaching out to you. I think it's good. I think you're positive. I always think it's positive.
I did it just because, and
it's weird. When I turn them on during the day, they don't do it. Only during fade to black. Yeah.
You don't have them set on a timer or anything, right?
Nah. That's too complicated for my small brain. But yeah, that's interesting. Reach out
Isn't
to
that
Kelly.
Strange, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the association is. I used to have a lot of dreams about my mom. Sometimes she was passed away, sometimes she was alive, but I haven't had them lately. But like I said, 2 times out of the 3, she's alive in the dream with you.
Oh man, there's so many moving parts to that. I mean, I have no idea. What does that mean? I'll say this, and I would love to see somebody in the chat comment on this, but this is the truth. Okay. And I'm not going to say names or anything like that, but I get an email a day from somebody different saying that they dreamt that I was in their dreams. It's every day. I kind of look forward to it. Okay, let's see who had the dream, last night. And
right.
Now, and look.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, we're listening to you.
That's it. That's it. Right. So no surprise there, right? The last thing you do, how many people fall asleep listening to my voice? A lot. They don't make it to the end of the show, right? It's probably this is Fade to Black, bespoke radio for the masses, right? The intro to the show, and then boom, they're out. They don't hear the guests, they don't hear the rant, they don't hear about spots, they don't hear anything. They just knock out. Look, do you see that? Man, that is just.
But it was interesting though, because my first dream was you, Johnny Depp, and my mom. And Johnny Depp is like my favorite actor, and I was just like, "Oh, the lights going off and on again."
Yeah, just now.
I'm watching.
Yeah, they're back to dim. So yeah, I don't know, and it's only this one. It's not. I have a row of lights here. Let me see if Let me light this one up. So can you see that go on and off? Okay, that one's pointing in another direction. So now, and then here, hold on. I'll come all the way over here. Let me activate this one. Come on, turn on. Okay. So now I've got 5 lights on. 5 groups, all run by this, but there's only that middle one. No, it just went bright again. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's too easy to go ghost. But if there's a short in it, why wouldn't it just go out? It doesn't. It just like dims. So there you go. Man, I love it when it's lit up in here. I normally have it black in here. The only reason why you see guitars behind me is because the monitors are lighting them up. But the studio itself is dark. The only thing that you can see in here is the red clock that's in front of me. You can only see my face because the monitors are lit up. You know what I mean? And that's it. But when it's lit up in here, I got to tell you, it's pretty nice. It looks good in here, man.
Well, it's good because it does. It looks awesome with the guitars in the background.
It does. And see, if I move the microphone, then you could see.
You gotta switch them around to see some colors there.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Didn't you used to switch them around?
I sort of have. It's weird because the other day I came in here, I posted a picture on Instagram, and on Instagram, because this wall that's in front of me, I'm pointing this way over here. All of those guitars are bright, right? I don't know why that all the color is there. And then I turn around and this corner back here. Okay, here, look, hold on for a second. I have the ability to do this. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Boom.
Yeah.
This is a second camera that is sideways. Okay, so now you can see.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so look, so this is that's way too many guitars, isn't it? All right. Okay. I'll stop shaking
You
and
can
say.
never have enough of something that you love and enjoy.
Okay, so behind me, see, these are all boring guitars, but look back in this corner back there. See, that's all the bright stuff is over there, and then this wall over here, there's like 6 or 7 guitars right there. See how bright they are? They're all red and things, and those are over there. And then here's white guitars here. There's a Les Paul over here. And then over here, more reds, right? And then coming across it. But what's behind me is just all boring stuff. It's like weird. I don't know why. So, yeah, you might be right. I should probably brighten
I like
up.
the blue. You get some blue and red. And I like that blue one. Or is that turquoise?
Which one? Oh, over
to the left. Oh, well, I'm looking at the screen. It was to the left. It looked blue or turquoise by the I Want to Believe poster.
Yeah.
Go back that way.
That's the Fader Caster. Yeah, I love that guitar. Yeah, I love that.
Nice.
So, but yeah, so it when it's lit up in here, it looks really nice, and all the bright stuff is back there in the corner. So yeah, maybe I should just
that's a nice wall of guitars.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So there you go.
I know you want to be the bright one, so that's why I had the dull ones behind you, so we focus more on Jimmy. In my head. Hey, did you ever go to Bubba Coos? Did you ever try Bubba Coos?
No, not yet.
We get steak. We always get. I eat a lot of chicken, but there's the steak. Lately we've been getting steak tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. So good.
All right, Madeline. Well, listen. Be sure to, if Brian's not listening, make sure that I told him happy birthday. Okay.
Happy birthday. Yes, birthday's tomorrow. Oh, also, I want to say one more thing. That was awesome that you talked about American Horror Story. We ended up watching those episodes.
Oh man, did you watch which season did you
watch? The season 10. Starting episode 8, 9, and 10 with the president.
Yes.
And the UFOs.
Yes.
Those were, Brian already had known. We already knew about stuff like that, but then to watch it and hear it and be like, oh my God, yeah. And for people we were just talking, people who are not aware of this is an eye-opener whether they believe it or not. But I believe that stuff.
Yeah, American Horror Story. If you start off with, it's been on for like 10 years, right? So if you go back to season 1 and just start, it's Ryan Murphy, and this is the great. I know I've said this before, but I went to high school with Ryan Murphy. Okay, and I did. No, I did. Literally, we both went to Warren Central High School together. And this is the thing. It's kind of weird that. Him and I come out of the same high school. Like, what kind of twisted community did we live in? I don't. But here's the deal: Ryan Murphy, and the way that when you watch all of American Horror Story, and I suggest with it's not. Look, this is adult themed stuff. This is not. If you're just some, you want. Crystals and feel good entertainment. This is seriously from a dark place, and I love it. But anyway, if you watch it from season 1 through, and you get into the ebb and flow of some of these seasons, and season 2, The Asylum, always sticks out for me. Ryan Murphy has a way of whatever your crazy nightmare scenario is, whatever it is, he's got a way of getting to your head, and he does it so well. And like I said, we went to the same high school, graduated from the same high school. It's crazy.
Creativity. You guys are very creative.
One day I would love to get him on the show. He's like the most famous, successful producer in Hollywood right now, right? impossible for me to get to. I could probably get to pick somebody, Chris Pratt, Will Smith, just pick some. I could, that would be easier than trying to get to Ryan Murphy right now. And I went to high school with him, but I would love to just sit down and talk to him and have him on the show. But, so does he remember me? I doubt it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I would love to have him on the show, but it's just something that just seems impossible to do. I've never tried to reach out to him. Maybe I should.
Yeah, you should. Absolutely.
Maybe one of my friends from high school would know how to get a hold of him. Yeah, that's a
You're
thought.
famous now. You can do a collection of famous people from the high school that you graduated from.
I'm a celebrity to the FADERNIGHTs. The rest of the world has no clue what goes on. I'm not famous. Hey, Madeline, enjoy your night. And thank you so much. And again, don't forget, say happy birthday to Brian for me.
All right? Will. Thank you, Jimmy, for taking my phone call. Happy birthday, Brian. I love you.
Oh, that's so special. Have a great night. Go Beckley Tappy.
Thank you too.
Right
All
on.
right, go Beckley Tappy.
That's Madeline from New Jersey. Thank you so much, Madeline. And I've got to do a couple of things here. Okay, you know what? All right, just I'm going to put you on hold. Stay right there. I'm putting you on hold. Stay right there. Don't go anywhere. I'm putting you on hold. I'm putting you on hold. Okay. I'm putting you on hold. All right. Okay. Let's go here next. All right. You're up next. Get ready. Turn me down in the background. Somebody posted, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Jimmy, Doug from Montana.
Two Montana calls in a night? You people in Montana
calls in a night.
You guys got to leave the house more often. You guys got you guys sit around at the coffee shop. Okay, everybody call church tonight. Everybody.
Hey.
So
Fade to Black is popular in Montana.
That's and thank you for that. It's because you guys don't leave the house. So, I've got that going. Yeah, I got that going for me. So, all right. What's on your mind tonight? What's going on? Oh, what was your name again?
Hey, this is Doug from Montana.
Okay, Doug. Sorry about that, man.
That's okay. Jimmy, I called you a couple of weeks ago about requesting Bigfoot stories. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. That's right.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I
was on the radio for a couple. What's that?
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember now, and you told us how you got the job.
Yeah. Well, after the show, I was going through the chat room on Spreaker, and somebody had posted a question whether or not I had a Bigfoot story, and I think I have one that may qualify if you've got time to listen.
For you, come on, Doug. This is your show.
All right.
I'm just along for the ride.
Okay, here we go. About 10 years ago, I was part of a small survey crew doing some surveying in eastern Oregon in the Wallowa Mountains, south of Enterprise and a little town of Joseph. And we were there for a week. We'd get up in the morning, hike about 8 or 10 miles into the Wallowas, do some surveying, and come out, right before it got dark. And the first 4 days we were there, we saw all kinds of wildlife, deer, elk. We also saw a mountain lion, and just a nice, peaceful, great setting to be out in the mountains, to be out in the woods. The fifth day was a little different. We had about an 8-mile walk from the parking lot up to where we were doing the surveying, and our walk in, things were quiet, too quiet, just not normal. We did the surveying. We got done around 1 o'clock that afternoon. Decided to head on back and get back into Joseph and have a cold beer. During the walk out, nobody spoke, but just had that uneasy feeling that we were being followed. And so there was nobody within miles and miles and miles of us. And like I said earlier, during the week, all kinds of wildlife. Never paid us any attention, never gave us any of that uneasy feeling. except the walk back to the truck. And every time we'd slow up and stop, it would stop. And we'd continue walking down the path down to the truck. And we never did quite see what was in the brush. We'd hear some rustling sound, and whatever it was, Jimmy, it was big. It was big. And I was with a group of guys that had spent a lot of time in the mountains and never got spooked by anything. But we were all shaken up by the time we got to the truck. And I don't know if that counts as a Bigfoot story.
Oh, that counts.
I just want to share that.
That counts as something. Here,
yeah.
Okay, but you bring up like the best point ever, right? Guys like you and your friends, you guys are manly, right? You guys, you stand your ground, right? You guys stand your ground. But if you guys get spooked, then I get spooked. Right.
The thing was, Jimmy, the woods just had a different feel. I mean, the first 4 days, birds chirping, all the insects were making noise. But on that fifth day, it was a different atmosphere. It was a different feel altogether. And none of us, I mean, not a single person that entire walk in or back said a word. We just were kind of within ourselves, and we just knew there was an uneasy feeling in the woods that day. And I later learned that the Wallowa Mountains pretty famous for Bigfoot sightings. I can't say this was one of them, Jimmy, but I tell you what, there was something in the woods that day that made us uneasy.
Well, okay. Can I ask you the obvious question?
Go ahead.
Did anybody think about going to look for footprints?
No.
Exactly.
No.
So nobody was going to go and poke around in the bushes to see what was up?
Nope. There with the woods, and all the debris on the ground, it would have been very difficult to find anything. But this was a different feel, Jim. And I tell you what, I've spent a little time in the mountains. I've never felt that way before or since. But this was an entirely different world that day.
Now here,
can't explain why.
Okay, all right. No, I'm with you on that. Okay, so we have the Bigfoot side of things, but it could have been like, a big ass grizzly bear, and that would scare the crap out of me too, as well.
We saw a black bear that day or that week as well. A lot of wildlife in the timber back there, and never gave us that uneasy feeling. There was something that was stalking us. It followed us. We had that weird feeling going in, Jim, and we had that especially coming out. There was something following us back down to the parking lot. And I don't know. Jim, it's just one of those life's mysteries.
It never happened again. But that was my other question. Nope. Right. Yeah, man.
Jimmy, you're the best.
Hey, Doug, you're better.
It's all for you, big guy.
Thank you, man. Go Beckley Tepe. You're the best. Thank you so much. Go Beckley Tepe. And that's cool. We were. I can't remember exactly where this was. It was a number of years ago, and I don't know if I should say, but we were out. We were remote, and a friend of ours' dog was with us and went nuts and took off and was barking and chasing something. Like went almost a quarter mile away. We couldn't catch up, and we didn't know if it was a mountain lion, Bigfoot, grizzly bear. We didn't know. But we didn't want the dog to get hurt. But I've never heard a dog bark like this, like right. And we eventually caught up with the dog, grabbed the dog, but it was running along the tree line, and so whatever it was barking at, it was following through the trees. Never saw it. We never know. And I'm telling you right now, just like Doug here, pretty scared, pretty freaked out, and so when I'm asking a question like, anybody go look for footprints? Did everybody go poke around in the bushes? I'm going to tell you right now, none of us did. No, there was no way I was going into those dark trees to see what the dog was barking at. And my memory says we didn't have flashlights, or maybe the flashlights were left behind us because we were running. But yeah, so look, I know what I didn't do, and I didn't go poke around in the bushes. So there you go. All right. It's Fader night. It's open lines all night long. You know the numbers, 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Open lines all night long. It's Thursday night. It's Fader night. Your calls, your conversation. More of your calls are next. Stay with us. This is Fade to Black.
Hi, everybody. This is Rob Halford, the Metal Guard on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Your 1 million gigawatt paranormal powerhouse, KUNX-DB, the X.
Right now, the world couldn't be more chaotic. History shows us what gold does when the world goes crazy. It goes up in value. Right now, we're in unprecedented times. The pandemic, the war in Ukraine, the devaluation of the U.S. dollar. Gold and other precious metals are a defense measure against the hyperinflation that's happening right now. So, what can you do to protect yourself? Call my friend Alan Johnson at United Gold Group. He's dedicated to helping people secure their retirement income. He'll help you with gold, with silver, and other precious metals, and show you how to set up your own self-directed IRA. Safe and secure, United Gold Group makes gold ownership easy and affordable. There couldn't be a better time, so call now and get a silver American Eagle proof set with a qualified IRA. Call 800-753-8534. That's 800-753-8534, or visit UnitedGoldGroup.com. Reach out to my friend, Alan Johnson.
The Believer is the chilling true story of Dr. John Mack, a renowned Harvard psychiatrist and Pulitzer Prize winner.
This is an outreach program from the cosmos to the consciously impaired.
He risked it all to investigate human encounters with aliens. The Believer, Alien Encounters, Hard Science, and the Passion of John Mack. Written by award-winning former New York Times journalist and author Ralph Blumenthal. Now available in paperback from High Road Books.
Are you ready to read about true paranormal events? UNX Media publishes nonfiction books about UFOs, ghosts and haunted places, time anomalies, cryptid creatures, and more. Just like KUNX-DB Radio, it's all about unexplained phenomena. Visit www.unxmedia.com to see our list of great book titles by Debbie Ziegelmeyer, Gene Walker, Devin Listrom, Wayne Lawrence, Bill Spicer, and yours truly, Margie Kay. That's unxmedia.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I only drink Fade to Black blend coffee from River Moon. Just click on the River Moon coffee banner at jimmychurchradio.com. Promo code F2B blend.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact.
Join us August 5th through the 7th, 2022 at the Drury Conference Center in Cape Girardeau, Missouri for the launch of the Midwest Conference on the Unknown. There are 3 interactive days packed with vendors, exhibitors, and nationally recognized researchers presenting on unknown topics like UFO UAP phenomenon, ghosts and Bigfoot, and Missouri's own Momo, the Missouri Monster. Cape Girardeau has long been one of the most sought-out areas for UFO enthusiasts since the 1941 UFO crash, and now is your chance to be a part of the inaugural conference. Visit cape-events.com or follow us on Facebook at Midwest Conference on the Unknown. for more information. X-listeners get 30% off by using the promo code XVIP. That's cape-events.com, promo code XVIP.
When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of fade to black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today.
You want to know a secret? I love ponies. I really love ponies. I'm serious. I couldn't stay sane without ponies to brush.
Why Fade to Black? Because you never got that pony, damn it.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Hair. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. And I am going to, you know what? I just messed up the calls on hold. This one is here. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Christy.
Christy?
Yes.
How are you, Christy?
How are you?
Where are you calling from?
South Dakota.
What's up? You people don't leave your houses. What's up next tonight? We're gonna have Idaho and North Dakota. We're gonna call Wyoming.
You know, I grew up in Southern California in Irvine, and then I lived half my life I lived there, and then I lived in Denver, and I've been here for about 9 months, and I heard that this is like the least active sighting area in the United States.
Right. Well, you know why that is. There's just less people up there and that are looking at the skies and don't report. It doesn't mean there's less sightings. It's,
you know what I think it is too? We've got a lot of farmers here, and I think they go to bed early.
Yeah, well, that too.
And
that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Have you had a sighting since you've been there?
No. I look every night. I wanted to ask you, what night vision do you use?
I use Gen 3.
Oh, so you've got the fancy stuff.
I do. I've got a few different pairs, and I've got. You know what? I'm just going to say this out loud. I've got a couple new pairs coming in, so I'm looking forward to those. I don't really want to say the who, what, where, and when until they get here, but when they do, I'll show everybody. I have Gen 3 Pluses right now, and they're fantastic. I've got a couple of borrowed pairs that I picked up today from a couple of friends for the Sky Watch that we're going to be doing this weekend. And so get, if you can, and this is my advice to anybody, just if $1,500 is a lot of money to you, I get that, because $1,500 is a good chunk of change. But if you can afford it, or slap down a credit card or whatever. If you can do it, get yourself a pair of Gen 3s, because it's an investment that is going to last you for the rest of your life. You're not going to wear it out. Every time somebody looks through my night vision for the first time, the same reaction. Oh my God! Oh, gee, what? Right? They freak out. They've never experienced, the night sky like that. And you can do that every night for the rest of your life. Just go outside and go, because it never. I do it every night, or every chance that I have, I should say, and I'm never tired of it. Never. It's a mind-blowing, whatever it is. And you're in South Dakota, so you've got a lot of stars, right? Okay, so whatever it is, you walk out and you look up at the sky, whatever it is that you're looking at, and it's great, then remember that, and then just pop up the night vision and look, and then it's times 10. Whatever it is. And then you look, you're like, oh, what? Right? That's what's going on. And this is the thing, Christy. I'm not making this up. This is how it goes down. What? And then they pull them down to look, and they want to make sure, right? Yeah, I don't see anything. What? Right? It's the funniest thing. Night vision's amazing. So if you can afford it, do it. You can spend less money, sure, but absolutely, if you can afford it. I have a friend, he's a friend of all of ours, Ben Hansen, and he did, hosted Fact or Faked. I forget the name of his TV show that he's got right now, UFO Witness or something. He's great. And so you can reach out to Ben. It's Ben Hansen on Twitter. I think it's Ben Hansen 00 on Twitter. You can just reach out to him. He's got great advice. He's got great products, great night vision, and whatever it is that you're looking to do, what level, he's got something for you. So just reach out to Ben Hansen. And I give that advice.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I give that advice to everybody. Just reach out to Ben. He's real cool. He's a straight shooter, and he will listen to you. And he's also a fader-not, loves the show. So
awesome.
There you go.
I have another question for you.
Sure.
So in 94, 95, I used to work out at Denver International Airport.
Mm-hmm.
I used to maintain the plants out there.
Mm-hmm.
And have you heard anything about, I know I reached out to John Greenwald, and he told me there's a lot of conspiracy theories. Haven't I looked at the internet? And I was like, I'm a webmaster, but yes, I have, but I haven't wanted to look on this specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Anything about DIA with an underground base and aliens?
Yeah, look, there is so much to this. And even before I started to hear the rumors, when the airport first opened, and I was traveling a lot. So what I would do is I wanted to fly out of Burbank instead of going to LAX. And so I would fly out of Burbank and then connect in Denver. It was better for me to do that, to change planes, than go all the way to LAX, which is a nightmare. So, but once a week, I was on a plane and landing in Denver, and then flying somewhere in the country. And I did this every week. So in the beginning, when Denver DIA first opened, so at the end of the airport, I doubt that they have this now. I haven't looked for it, but they had a frigging indoor smoking lounge on the second floor. And now that's important because, well, but you don't want to leave. Once you leave the airport, you got to come back through and go through the nightmare, right? And plus it's Denver and it's cold and it's snowing. But they had this glass walled smoking room on the second floor. It was awesome. And so they had food and everything else, but you have never seen so much smoke in one room and anywhere in your life, I swear to God. But anyway.
I used to take care of their plants, I know.
Okay, so down on the first floor over on that end of the airport, so I'm walking through and I see the mural. And I stop and I look and I'm like, are those AK-47s? Are those nuclear bombs? Are those skeleton? Are those what's
Freaky
going on?
stuff, right?
And I stopped and I took it all in. And what my mind said, Christy, back then, this is before all the rumors about DIA. I'm like, aren't kids walking by this? Right? Families? And so if you've got a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old coming by and just kind of glances up at the wall and sees Armageddon painted, right? It's like, what? The end of the world? What's going on here? So I wondered about that and started to ask my friends from Denver. Nobody really had a firm answer. But here's the other trippy thing. And I brought this up to all of my friends in Denver. Why did they build this airport in the middle of nowhere? The old airport was close to Denver. Not a big deal, right? This new airport is out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of this really in the boonies, like in the middle of nowhere. What was the purpose for that? It just doesn't make any sense. And then I started to hear the rumors that there was tunnels and underground base, and the alien thing started to pop in and the New World Order. And so I'm reading about that. And here's the thing. I'm going, wait a minute. I saw that the murals part is true. And it's absolutely in the middle of nowhere. People can go do their research, Christy, and type stuff up that have never been to DIA, right? But it's another thing to go there yourself and experience it. It's in the middle of nowhere, and those murals were real. Now, I have heard since then that the murals are gone, like that they taken over. They did construction in that area, but the murals aren't there anymore. I was just at DIA not too long ago, couple months, and I didn't think about it. I didn't go and check. But it's a trippy airport for sure. Now, I don't know about the rest of it. So I don't know.
The reason why I ask, do you have time for me to tell you a little story?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I worked overnight. I had 2 young kids, and my husband worked during the day. I worked during the night. So I was there. I was probably 24, 25 back in 95. I think I'm just a few years younger than you. So anyway, I'm there working at night, and it was during the time when they were testing. Do you remember when they had the baggage issue?
I do. I had my baggage lost there. Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, so United Airlines created this fabulous new system, and it never worked. So they had prisoners from Denver County Jail come during the night when I worked to test the system. So we had a lot of interesting people there, and the head of security used to keep an eye on me to make sure I was safe. But this one evening, this gentleman came up to me. I have it's a real birthmark, but it's like Marilyn Monroe, the mole on my chin. And this gentleman walked up to me. He was probably 10 years older, and he had the same thing, but on the opposite side of his face. And he comes up and he says, starts talking and saying that we're something soul family or something. And I was like, oh my God, it's another one of the creepy, crazy people that come up and just randomly talk to me. But then he starts telling me that, he had the full security badge. So he had access to everything. And he was dressed in a suit, clean cut, really nice. But I was like, this guy's got to be kind of nuts, but how could he be nuts? He had to go through the FBI background check, right? So anyway, we continued talking. It ended up being like an hour until security came in and escorted me away. He told me that he was Canadian, but that he works for the U.S. government. He was a psychic, and he was not, he was encouraged to join whatever branch of the government he was working for, but they were working with psychics, and that he told me that that there were aliens underneath there, and that they were using him to help communicate, because it was, oh God, what is it? Is it telepathy, which is the brain-to-brain communication? Okay. So he was saying that they communicated that way. And I was looking at him like, oh, and he goes, you don't believe me? And I said, no, not really. You sound a little off center. And so he starts telling me, he says, okay, well, I am psychic. I know that you are too, which I was before a car accident and brain injury. But he said, you know, I wanted to warn you, you know, to be very careful using it because, you know, I don't want them to come after you and enlist you in. And I was like, oh, this is getting weirder and weirder. And then he said, you know, he starts describing me, my personality, my childhood, what I was like in school. And I was like, well, that's rather vague. You know, anybody could kind of come up with that. It's a 50-50 shot in the dark. And so then he starts describing a shelf that I had in the living room and the objects that were sitting on it.
Was he right? Was he right?
He was absolutely dead on correct.
Okay, now this goes to a whole nother level of strangeness.
Yeah.
But to be clear, Chrissy, let me back up. You're at DIA. You're an employee there. There were some issues, United, baggage, all of that stuff. It was during this era. You meet somebody that is in a suit he's part of security, right? Am I understanding that?
No. He had a blue badge.
A blue badge. Well, that was my point. That had access to everything. But he tells he tells you that he's Canadian and he's a psychic. That's an anomaly, by the way. But anyway, so he's Canadian and a psychic. Is that why he was at DIA? Was because he was a psychic?
Yeah, he said that our government, he worked for one of the branches, but he wouldn't tell me which one. And that he was, let's say, hired to communicate with the aliens.
Now, why
were underneath DIA?
Now, why do you think he would tell you this?
I don't know. I really don't know. I blew it all off until he told me everything on my wall at home.
Right. Okay. Now, Chrissy, this is where I'm not being funny. Okay. And I'm not being anything strange. I'm going to just say the obvious thing. Was he making a pass at you? Are you attractive? Was he doing the male thing? Was it that? Did he feel comfortable with you? And
he felt comfortable with me. I did not feel comfortable with him.
Right. Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So
yeah, power differential there.
Yeah. Okay, so
yeah, but
why would he?
That very well could have been. When I was 25, I was, long blonde hair, skinny, pretty. Yeah.
Sure. Men will be men, right? Now, why
men will be men?
And I can say that because I'm a man, and I can say that. But
and I have brothers, and I know what you're like.
Exactly. Thank you. So let's center this again. Why would he then bring up aliens? Did you bring up aliens?
No, I hadn't heard anything about that. I had heard, I knew that if you go from the main concourse, the concourse, and walk the bridge over to Concourse A, you'll hear the Indian drumming music, which is nonstop 24/7. And that was because they built the airport on sacred Indian site, and they had all sorts of troubles. So they had the Native American tribe come in, did a blessing, and that's why they've got all the music. That's why there are the teepees on top. I mean, they changed things around in order to stop whatever was happening. I don't know what was happening because I wasn't there during the building phase. I was there 6 months before it opened till a year and a half after.
Well, did you ever see the mural?
Oh yeah, I had to walk by that every day.
Yeah, I mean,
did you see the dedication for the New World Order?
Yeah. There was my memory. I can't. Was there 3 murals or 2?
Oh, let's see here.
I mean, I can see 2. And I do. I read that the painting on the wall, the thing about the New World Order, I don't know, the writing, I should say, the writing on the wall, right? And then I had heard that they put a plaque in.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
it had George. I think it was George Bush that was on it. I can't remember who all else.
Right.
But yeah, it was dedicated. I don't know if that's still there because that was on the end that now attaches to the hotel.
Well,
so I don't know if they removed that or not. I haven't been there since then.
Somebody told me a couple of years ago that the mural's no longer there.
Yeah, I've heard that it's gone. It's been gone for a couple of years, I think.
Yeah. Wow. What a phone call, Christy. Thank you. I'm glad that you haven't.
But you've never heard anything about that. That's crazy, huh?
No, I haven't heard about psychics from the agencies. Look, I have heard the stories just like everybody else. I haven't. Okay. This is what I had heard. I had heard that they bought the land out there, that before they put the airport in, they had already built a tunnel system, and that the tunnel system came in from the north, south, east, and west, that it was connected to NORAD, that it went all the way to Denver and then out in 4 different directions. And then the airport was put in after the tunnels were installed, and that under the airport, that these tunnel systems are there for various reasons. But one of them, that DIA is centrally located in the United States, and it's an easy access point. Now, all of that is crazy talk, but apparently there's something to this, and I don't think that anybody's really denied that there's a tunnel system connecting DIA. It's and how do you prove it? But when you look back, when you pull into the airport off of the main, I was just there too. And I've been there like 3 times I don't want to say much more than this, but I've been there 3 times staying in Denver, rented a car there. And when you go out to where the car rental places are, and then you go back and you look, you're miles away from DIA, right? You're not next to the airport. And you go, and when you drive, the airport you can't even see it it's weird. And you know, the white tent things, I don't know what you call them, the sails things. If you didn't see those, you wouldn't even know the airport was there. You would drive past it. Why put an airport there? There's a specific reason for it. So that's it. That's my take, and I'm going to stick to it. There's something strange. And then, throw in that murals. I mean, that was the craziest stuff to put in public. It just didn't make any. It creeped me out, and I'm already a creepy dude.
You had the one. I mean, there was the mural with, like all of the Nazi and people in the uniforms and with the gas masks on. But then there was another mural that when you first look at it, your first impression is, oh, how beautiful, until you actually look at all of the images in it.
Yeah.
It looked like there was this lady and she was like love and joy. And then you look and these people are
dying.
Dying and being murdered and crazy apocalyptic stuff was happening to them. And I was like, oh my God, my kids were just, I think my son was 5 back then. And my daughter was too little to remember at that point. But I didn't want them to come out to see that because it's stuff of nightmares.
Well, you're right, though. Very vibrant colors, and so you can't help but go, and look to look. It's a huge, floor to ceiling, I don't know, 30 feet wide, this giant mural. You can't help but look at it because it's so bright and vibrant, which is what I did. And then you just stop and then you kind of take it all in. I forgot about the gas mask part. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was bizarre, man. Listen, I got to take a break. Christy, thank you so much. And don't be a stranger.
Have a good evening.
That was a great phone call. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good night.
Go back, Lee Tappy. That's a great phone call right there. It's Christy in South Dakota. So much has been made of DIA over the years, but I'm just going to say this. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. I've flown through DIA 50 times if I've done it 100, and it's absolutely crazy town to me. Crazy town. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fader night. Open lines all night long. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. I've got one segment left. It's Fader night. I'll be right back. Stay with us.
You're listening to Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the X.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's your girl Vivica Fox here, and you are listening to my boy, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Despite popular opinion, reading a book will not make you smarter.
But listening to Jimmy Church will.
Hello, Fadernauts. Jimmy Church here. You've seen me with my Thunderstorm. Now you can purify the air in your home and get healthy, clean, fresh smelling air and eliminate odors just like I do right here in the bunker. The EdenPURE Thunderstorm uses oxy technology that naturally sends out O3 molecules into the air, which seek out odors and air pollutants in your home and destroys them. It's called a thunderstorm because it purifies the air just like after a thunderstorm. And right now, you can save $200 on an EdenPURE Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. With this special offer, you're getting 3 units for under $200. Seriously. Go to EdenPureDeals.com and use Fader3. Shipping is free and it's easy. Just scroll down. You'll see my name right there, Jimmy Church. Click on it and get your deal today. That's EdenPureDeals.com.
This is Billy Carson, founder and CEO of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv is the fastest growing and one of the most watched networks in the world. And I would like to personally invite you to check out our expanding library of TV, film, lectures, and special presentations. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv has over 6,000 videos covering lost history, health, UFOs, spirituality, and our future. We are committed to our community, and with my personal invitation, you can, right now, get your own free 30-day membership at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Your own library of information starts today at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv.
Your 1 million gigawatt paranormal powerhouse, KUNX-DB, VX.
Are you ready to read about true paranormal events? UNX Media publishes nonfiction books about UFOs, ghosts and haunted places, time anomalies, cryptid creatures, and more. Just like KUNX-DB Radio, it's all about unexplained phenomena. Visit www.unxmedia.com to see our list of great book titles by Debbie Ziegelmeyer, Gene Walker, Devin Listrom, Wayne Lawrence, Bill Spicer, and yours truly, Margie Kay. That's unxmedia.com.
Introducing the Game Changer blend from River Moon Coffee that delivers a customized blend made specifically for the Fadernauts. If the game is rigged, change the game. It's a bolder cup with some bite. Game Changer is the coffee of choice for those that prefer an organic dark roast that is slightly lighter and milder, but it's still dark. With wild notes of pecans and chocolate with a rich, balanced, full-bodied cup that is roasted to perfection for a great coffee to start your day, as an after-dinner coffee or anywhere in between. Artisan, small batch roasted to perfection. USDA certified organic, all River Moon coffee is freshly roasted and packaged in the USA. Just go to rivermooncoffee.com or click on the banners over on our site and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. rivermooncoffee.com.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
This is Erica, Brittany, Gabby, and you're listening to JamieChurchRadio.com.
It's not a lifestyle we chose. We were born this way.
This is KJCR at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
All right. Welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. I have totally messed up the phones tonight. I have totally messed up. I was sitting here clicking through during the break, and I'm just telling you right now, I'm going to give out some area codes. 559, I hung up on you. 253, I hung up on you. Couldn't keep the hold going. 541, 951, 859, and 805, all in the last 3 or 4 minutes. I apologize to all of you. And now let me see if I can pull one of these back. I messed it all up. There you go. So we've got one segment left, and I apologize. So let's just go ahead and do a reset. And just everybody just, I apologize. There are inferior. Man, I was on hold, and that's what you're going to do? And, you know, it was pretty smooth for the entire show. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. That was a great call from Christy. And I can't stress it enough. I remember going through all of this 1995, 96, 97 when I was going through DIA, and I was mentioning this to people. I absolutely was. Okay. All right. So now the calls, it's all the same area codes. All right. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
My name's Big Dre.
Your name's what?
Big Dre. I spoke with you a few weeks ago.
Okay. What's on your mind, Big?
You know what? I just want to say, brother, you've been on fire lately. Your solo shows that you've been doing weekly, fire. You did one on the pyramids. You did one on, I'm sorry, I'm at the grocery store, but you did one on exoplanets. You've just been on fire lately.
I appreciate it.
Your guests, I love him. Richard Dolan, love him.
So what's on your mind? Or are you just calling to say thank you?
Yeah, just wanted to call to say thank you. I really enjoy listening to you every night. I do DoorDash at night, and while I'm out, I have you on. And
that's what I'm talking about, Big Dre. So go out there and get her done. Keep listening to the show and call me anytime. Thank you so much, my friend.
All right, thank you.
Have a great night. Go Beckley Teppy. Thank you, Big Dre. That's a great phone call right there, and I really appreciate that. And I every week, and I'm gonna put. Let me see if this is gonna work. All right. So now that calls. Let me see if this is happening. It appears that it is. All right. I didn't mess it up this time. Okay. All right. Let's go like this. Okay. Just stay on hold. If you're there, just stay on hold. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Hello?
Yeah, you're live right now.
Oh, sorry about that. Yes, this is Al calling from Watsonville, California.
How are you, man? What's going on?
Doing well. Just listening to the show, excited. Had a question. I know it's kind of a old subject, but the first time I ever heard of Anjali was on your show. Want to know if there's any updates on her?
I have no updates. The last time that I was in touch with her was right around, man, I can't believe it now. It's 7 months ago when she was right at New Year's, and then the big event didn't happen. And I think she wanted to come on the show and talk about it, and then she couldn't, and she canceled. And the day of the show, and that was the last time I spoke to her. So that was 7, almost 8 months ago. So I haven't spoke to her. I don't have an update. I don't know if anybody has.
Yeah, it's been a while. She was on the scene for a while. Lots of eyes on her. Exposed her face, so I was surprised she just disappeared. Obviously, not everything came out exactly how she said.
Yep. Well, I had told her, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but I had told her, I even said this to her on the air, you can't say stuff like this unless it's going to happen. And she said, no, it's going, Jimmy, I said, okay, that's fine. That's great. I hope that it does. But if it doesn't happen, you don't, this community, you can't really string people along no, don't worry about it. Well, it didn't happen. And that's been kind of like the end of. Now, Is she out there talking? I don't know. Is she posting? I don't know. Has anybody else spoken to her? Let me know. But I'm not. I'm not going to reach out to her. You know, that part of it is done. I will report on if anything happens, sure, but I'm not going to be a promoter. No, I'm not. She had her opportunity, and it kind of came and went. And I don't want to be Mr. Negative, Alan, because you never know. What if there is an alien base out here in the Mojave Desert? That's where I live. What if it's really going on? And it could be. What if she really did go into a tunnel? And what if all of this really did happen and stuff? Okay. Well, now we have to wait and see, right? That's it. Yeah. We're all in a holding pattern. What if? And I spoke to Alan. I spoke to so many people in the community about this when it was going down. And I would say that all of us, this includes me, all of us had the same attitude. Okay, well, you never know, right? You never know. You never know. Well,
never know.
Here we are, almost 8 months later, and it didn't happen. You know, did the aliens pack up and move? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I was curious. She was very, I heard her in the other interview, she was very adamant this is real. Like I said, she showed her face, so that's a big thing right there, showing her identity and then disappearing out of nowhere. Honestly, before this, I'm new to the whole UFO topic because of everything that's been coming out. Before I was super skeptical until now you see a lot of scientists talking about this, having serious conversations, and then this lady comes out of nowhere saying something that's serious. It just brought up a lot of curiosity. Now that I believe the subject is real, obviously, a lot of people backing it up, and then her coming out saying something like that just sparked my curiosity. It's a super detailed story, and like I said, she revealed her face. I was like, there has to be something to it, but she disappeared for a while. And like I said, first time I ever heard of her was on your show. I was curious to see if in the background maybe there were any updates or something like that.
Right. I don't have anything. And now that you brought up her name, I haven't heard her anything about her in quite a while. But I'm looking at it right now. We're August 28th. So it's been 8 months. Wow, it seems like it was yesterday. 8 months have gone by since she was on the show. It was longer than that. She was on the show a couple of months before December 31st. That's right. So yeah, it's been a while since she's been on the show, and it's definitely been around 8 months since I have spoken to her. So I don't know. And I think the community, just like anything, is going to pay attention to something like that when a story like that surfaces. And you've got an opportunity, and it was right there. And I think that the community, buying her story or not, the community is going to wait and let's see if something happens for sure. Right. But it didn't. And the wind is out of the sails at that point. So I don't know. Maybe she'll surface again and tell us what happened and why. But we'll see. Alan, thank you for the phone call, man, and enjoy your weekend.
Thank you, man. You as well. Love the show. Keep at it.
Yeah, thank you, Alan. I really appreciate it. I don't know. I don't want to be Mr. Negative. I'm just not that way. And the reason, let me be straight. I told the story earlier tonight about the green chrome balls, right? Now, I had that sighting with a bunch of friends. But when I share an experience with everybody, I want to have the same respect from you listening to me as I give to you when you call into the show. And Anjali was given that respect. I had her come on the show, tell us the story from beginning to end, uninterrupted. I asked the questions that I felt were relevant at the time, but I wanted to get the whole story in. And that's what I do. What happens after that? That's on Anjali. Okay, I did my part, and I was curious. I want to hear it, and I gave her that respect. That's it. Here we are, 8 months later, and nothing. So there you go. That's where it's at. All right, let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, Jimmy Church. My name is 070 Investor Will.
Your name is 070?
My name is William, but that's my Twitter handle and basically public image. I'm from Montreal.
Okay. What's on your mind, William?
I don't know. I just, I listen to your show often. I don't see you got a lot of people from Canada or even Montreal on your show. And I just want to say that, UFO Twitter, the whole community is here as well. A lot of people don't know much about Montreal, but, there's been a lot of, compartmentalized programs here, a lot of, conspiracy theories, MK Ultra and whatnot. But I just want to say I have seen a lot of different phenomena here.
In Montreal. I love Montreal, by the way. That is one of the coolest.
Oh, you been?
Oh, man. Are you kidding me? Love Montreal. I have nothing but great memories and experiences in Montreal. What's the name of the that big tall hotel downtown? It's black. The La Montagne. What's it called? Man, I've stayed there like 5 times.
I'm not too sure,
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
There's a lot of many hotels.
Yeah, there are. But Montreal's great, man. It's great. So I could. It's an old city. Most people don't understand when you talk about Montreal or Quebec City. These are like 2 of the oldest places in all of North America. It's old. It's established. It's hundreds and hundreds of years old, and most people don't understand that. There's a lot of history in Montreal.
Oh yeah, and also a lot of people don't know, but it's called the A Division, C Division, B Division. Back then, with the RCMP, they actually used to investigate UFOs.
Did they really? Is there?
Yeah, there used to, yeah.
Have you had your own sightings there in Montreal?
Oh, many. I'm from the West Island, so Montreal West, which is it's the English side because Montreal and Quebec, there's a lot of French and English, but where I live around, it's mostly English.
Mm-hmm.
And many different sightings. Like I could tell you a couple of stories where essentially, I was in my car and parked at the gas station. I had this feeling that something was looking at me, right? So I look up into the sky in Il Bazaar, and I see this little, basically a Tic Tac UFO just hovering, right? I'd have to say maybe, 200 meters around. Like it was relatively close. It was nighttime, right? It was actually on Christmas. And Boxing Day, actually. I'm sorry, like 3-4 years ago. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the hell is that, And then next thing you know, it just does a little boom, 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 like in bright orange, and then disappears.
Really? Now, did you have, it was reaching out to you subconsciously, right? Something told you to look up.
Yeah,
you were feeling
honestly,
what?
I just felt like something was observing me,
Right. Huh. And you said it was Tic Tac.
And that's not the first time. It was Tic Tac shaped, like it was small, right? Circular. It was nighttime. It looked honestly light gray. It could have been white for all I know.
Right.
And honestly, I saw that not the same location, but a relatively, in Montreal West, 2-3 times.
Very
and then,
interesting.
other times in Il Bazaar as well. I'm sorry, I'll say the second story just real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just with my buddy, smoking a joint on the water.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, it was bright during the day. And then this bright, how do I say it? Like a bright light, comes from the sky, boom, right across the water, which was considered, I think, the right across is, I forget whatever, right across, like not that far away, like maybe like not even 30 meters, right? Boom, this light goes boom right into the forest. And then we felt like something was just looking at us. And I was like to my buddy, we were smoking. I'm like, hey, Phil, did you see that? He's like, that big bright light. I'm like, you saw that too? Like it was crazy, you know, like it was amazing.
Were you smoking that really good Canadian government weed?
No, this was no, it was my medical weed because I actually
See,
got
you
my
just said
prescription
medical.
before
I
it
knew
became
it.
legalized.
You were smoking that medical weed. That could have something to do with it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, William. No, I'm kidding.
You could say that, but I've been smoking a long time. But no, I'm telling you, this was not the weed.
And but did you say that it went into the woods?
Yeah, it went into the woods.
And did it land? And did you?
Like I said, it was in the sky, went into the woods. We didn't see. We were looking. We didn't see any, entities or whatnot. But definitely, it was there. And then we just forgot about it because we didn't see anything. Like we just saw the light go boom, like into the trees in front of us, but we didn't see anything.
Now, around Montreal, when you get out of the city, it's mountains and forest, right? That's it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, there's highways, right?
Well, there's
a bunch
highways.
of different cities here and there.
But there's places to hide out, is what I'm saying.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah. That's the one thing about Montreal. It's just like it's encircled. Very interesting. And one last thing before I let you go, William. Did you say it was red?
The UFO when it started flying off, like left, right, like when I'm looking at it, maybe like how do I say this? Like maybe like 2 inches left, 3 inches right, 2 inches left, and then boom, disappeared. It was like bright, like a darkish, almost red.
Yeah. Class A sighting, man. Hey, William, don't be a stranger. And we love Canada, by the way, on this show.
Honestly, a lot of people, there's not many, people that believe in conspiracies and even, the phenomena. I have many other stories as well. But, Montreal, especially, a lot of people don't know. Big headquarter for a lot of different things, especially, MK Ultra. A lot of people don't know that. Many different things. And, there was, like I said, the A division, B division, C division. A division is like Alberta, and like it's all the different provinces. Here in Montreal, I'm pretty sure it's the C division, if I'm not mistaken. And there was a base a long time ago in La Chine.
La Chine?
Yeah, which is a city very, very close to me. Like I'd say it's a 15-minute drive. And honestly, I couldn't do. I should do more research to find out exactly where exactly this government, obviously, the government programs. And honestly, I'm sure they still exist, right? Except,
of course, they
obviously
do.
It's not called the same divisions. 100%. And I'm telling you, I've seen many different entities. And when you get that feeling, like even once I was walking my dog just on my street, literally 4 houses down, I'm walking my dog. I didn't even have my phone on me, and then I see this weird entity shadow move around a tree, and I'm like, what? What is that? I was walking my dog. My dog started barking. I'm like, Luna, let's keep walking. Like I got scared. I got the goosebumps and everything. It runs in my family that entities and they say ghosts, but that's just the start. And not only that, I dream, and it runs in my family where I dream, and sometimes it's the future. So when it comes, it's like I dreamt this before.
Maybe you're MK Ultra. Yeah.
Honestly, I was actually born in vitro fertilization. I was a twin.
Man.
Stuff. So hey, you never know.
You never know. Hey, William, have a great weekend, my man. Thank you for the phone call.
No problem, Jimmy Church. You have my number now, and feel free to text me anytime. And if you ever come to Montreal, please feel free. I'll show you around.
I want to see the secret stuff.
Have a beer. Oh, for sure. I could even tell you in Westmount, there's a look on Westmount. I guarantee there's an underground base there because I could keep talking.
You're gonna get me in trouble. Hey, William, enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much, my man.
No problem. Take care, Jimmy.
I'll talk to you. It's a great phone call. William from Montreal, and the secret stuff going on in Montreal, Canada. Montreal's old. I think I looked into this at one point. I've got time for one more phone call. I think Quebec City is the oldest city in North America. Somebody prove me wrong. Somebody look up the oldest city in North America. Just look it up. Let me see it in Twitter. Post it up in the chat room. What's the oldest city in North America? We'll see if we can get an answer before the end of the show. I got time for one more quick phone call. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, yes. Hi, Jimmy. How you doing? This is Chris from Jacksonville, Florida.
Hey, Chris. How are you? I've got 2 minutes. What's on your mind?
Okay, this is real quick. So I want to just talk about the Mandela effect. I don't know if you remember the movie Risky Business.
I do.
Do you remember when Tom Cruise is like coming out down the stairs with the sunglasses and the white shirt, just sliding down?
Mm-hmm.
You know that famous scene.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turns out now he doesn't have the glasses anymore.
Somebody told me that a few months ago. I haven't gone back and watched the movie, but I have to call BS on that. He had sunglasses on.
No, Jimmy, you can watch the trailer. I'm telling you, and now he doesn't have a white shirt anymore. He has a pink shirt.
What?
Pink shirt, no sunglasses. I'm telling you, it's the craziest thing.
When he's in his underwear, right?
Right, but he was wearing a white shirt and sunglasses, and I guess in this reality, he's no longer wearing the sunglasses.
And he's wearing a pink shirt.
He's wearing a pink shirt now.
No, really?
You gotta watch it. The reality change. In this reality, he's no longer wearing.
I'm watching the chat room. He had sunglasses on. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yep, I mean,
no,
I just saw the trailer, and I kept on looking for it, and he doesn't have the sunglasses on.
Hey, Chris, thank you for ruining my weekend. That's crazy.
Oh,
is that true? Is that true? We've all seen, dude, he's got the Ray-Bans. He's got a white shirt. He's in his underwear, and he's singing Old Time Rock and Roll by Bob Seger, right? He's still singing Old Time Rock and Roll. Don't tell me that's changed.
I mean, no, I don't know about the music, but no, the music's still going on. But the last trailer that I saw, which was this week, he has no sunglasses and a pink shirt. I can send you to your email.
Well, I'm gonna get
link to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get links. Yeah, do that. I'm gonna check it out. Maybe this is okay. Maybe it's just another version that they filmed.
Could be.
And the original one with the sunglasses and the white shirt, they're no longer used. But the version that I know and that you know and that tens of millions of people around the world have seen, white shirt, Ray-Bans. That's a fact. Yeah. That's a fact.
It's crazy, but I'm telling you, if you watch the trailer with a famous scene, he no longer has the glasses.
Thank you.
I just saw it a little while ago.
You're the best, Chris.
I want to let you know that.
Thank you, my man. Enjoy your weekend and go Beckley Tappy.
Thank you, Jimmy. Go Beckley Tappy.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Chris. That's Chris from Florida saying that risky business. Tom Cruise is wearing a pink shirt. No Ray-Bans. Come on, man. Is that the Mandela effect in full effect? That's crazy town to me. That is absolutely crazy town. What a great Fader night tonight. You guys, the absolute best. Now do you understand? I do this every Thursday. This is why Thursday night is the greatest night in all of talk radio and all of the world. It is the best. This is why I enjoy it so much. I'm looking at the trailer right here. Yeah, it's a pink shirt, no Ray-Bans. Wow. Fade to Black is produced by Hilton J. Palmer, Renee, Dennis, and Kevin. Announcers are Steve Harder, Gene Vitoa, Mark D. Kovar. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music, Doug Aldrich. Intro, Spaceboy, spaceboymusic.com. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network, and this broadcast is owned and copyrighted 2022 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network Inc. It cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Everybody have a great, safe, fun, amazing weekend. I'll see you right back here on Monday. Go Beckley Teppy.
Yeah.